A couple days ago, I actually made a community post for like the very first time in a while, asking you guys what type of content you guys want me to make. A person gave me a suggestion to do things that impacted me in my childhood or like childhood stories, things like that. And I am super down to talk about my experiences growing up. I'm 24 years old right now. I can still grow up, like down the line because obviously I'm still a young man. Well, in the internet, that's still debatable. So, guys, am I a boomer? And some people also wanted me to make content similar to the Shrek Super Slam video, where I try to become a pro within like 100 games or within a month. I forgot; it's been a while, but yeah, I want to go and talk to different other scenes, meet new people, and also stream it because I actually stream almost daily on Twitch.tv/lilhomie_1. I promise you, you are not going to regret your stay. It's gonna be fun. Last time, or a couple streams ago, what I did was go to an anime convention for the very first time in a fucking furry suit. So, I'm telling you guys, just be there. I'm telling you, dude. And a super quick disclaimer, if you're gonna join my streams, is that I do want to let you guys know straight up that sometimes either me or some people around me might make jokes that might offend people. But honestly, that's not what my content only consists of because, like sometimes I just play new games. I'm doing like IRL streams, taste testing, like drinking games, like playing like Mario Kart or like, just like random challenges, playing against like people. It's just fun. I'm telling you, it's fun. Like you have to be there just to see it. I promise you, it'll be fun. So in today's video, I actually want to talk about wrestling because wrestling is one of the things that have impacted me basically since like I was 11 till nowadays because I still watch wrestling and it's crazy because when you're a wrestling fan, either people who watch MMA or have like never watched wrestling in their entire life always make fun of you. And dude, I swear, if you are a wrestling fan, you have experienced this at least one time, whether it's your friends or people like just bullies in general. Dude, I swear, dude, being a wrestling fan sometimes is hard. And when I'm saying hard, it's like, oh my god, you're gonna understand this, okay? You're gonna understand this. Like, for example, take John Cena, who is super widely well known all across the world, even China. He became literally Zhang Cena, right? I think that was a couple years ago when he was eating ice cream. Take John Cena, for example. He was like the face of WWE for like 10 plus years or even more. And it was the worst. Wait. For wrestling fans, it was even worse because I want to say from like 2009 to like 2015, it was just John Cena, Super Cena, dude. He was crazy. He was unstoppable. He was literally Superman in WWE. And obviously, you guys know that WWE is fake. Yes, it's scripted. But as wrestling fans, that period in time was one of the worst to be a WWE fan because basically the then owner of the WWE, Vince McMahon, would book John Cena to beat everyone. And if for example, if John Cena lost, the very next day he would come back with a smiling face. It's like, oh my god, he's like you are not sad that you just lost your WWE championship, the one that you've been holding and defending. And when someone beats you, you are here like just smiling, having a good time, like, hey, what's up, guys? Like, oh my god, dude, it's like that does not make any single sense, like not a single ounce of sense. It's like, oh my god, Vince McMahon during that time was like, he was like it's crazy because you could see the product slowly just dwindle in quality, like little by little until like the most recent like change in quality because people like Triple H, who used to be a wrestler back then, is now in charge of creative and the creative team where they write the scripts and all that stuff. And Nick Khan, who is someone who just decided to come into the WWE pretty recently and got to a huge spot in the company fairly quickly. It's like little things like that, like the whole like politicking thing about wrestling, the backstage politics, the stories, and like all these things that just happen. Like John Cena, like supposedly having stories with other wrestlers, like Alex Riley, who I think he had a bad experience with John Cena because supposedly John Cena was threatened by Alex Riley and that Alex Riley could potentially take a spot, or I don't know. It's all these different things. Dude, like look at the Undertaker. Undertaker used to be in character, like the demon, the fucking like dark figure zombie who could eat your ass and shit, like things like that, right? And would go on like shows and like in public, being in character. Like it's like that's what's so crazy about wrestling. These are people who are real life superheroes. And when I talk about superheroes, I want to mention Sting, because if you don't know who Sting is, he is the icon. He is the legend. People want to see this guy wrestle the Undertaker for multiple years, and in the end, that never happened. Um, and it's crazy because when Sting retired, I actually cried because he retired, because I felt like he was someone who deserves so much respect. And I'm someone who doesn't really cry. It's so weird, but when it came to wrestling, like again, I'm 24. I never really watched WCW. The only time I watched like Sting wrestle was in TNA, and that's a different promotion if you don't know much about wrestling. But yeah, just hearing all these stories, these backstage politics stories, or just backstage stories about Sting and how nice and respectful, and like he played the. I don't want to say he played the wrestling game, but he was just a normal, respectable person who who had good morale. Like, cause people like Hulk Hogan. There's a lot of history with Hulk Hogan, and him basically using his backstage power to put people down so that he could keep a spot and remain as like a big figure in wrestling. Because a lot of times in wrestling, when the wrestler gets older, they essentially put the upcoming wrestling over as a passing of the torch for the new generation. And I think Hulk Hogan did do that to The Rock, but I think Hulk Hogan also beat The Rock like I think a few months later or something like that. But it's like little things like that. Like there's also like I don't know, dude. I think just the whole like wrestling in general is just so crazy. Like another thing that happened like super recently was in AEW, and if you guys don't know what happened, this wrestler named CM Punk, who used to wrestle for WWE, quit, and like was gone for 10 years in the wrestling business. Came back to a whole different company, which started in 2019, I believe. So he joined a whole different company that is not WWE, called AEW. And he did a lot of business for that company, only for him to be fired in like his second year being in the company. Then returned to WWE, and it's like, dude, oh my god, dude, there's so much. It's just crazy. It's so crazy. I love it, dude. I love it. I'm telling you, dude, I could talk about wrestling forever. Yeah, but in all honesty, I just want to talk about wrestling, and I just want to see where or how I could do a commentary style video, because, dude, Critical is one of my biggest inspirations in making content, because he just does whatever he wants to do, and eventually that's what I want to do. Or I mean, that's what I want to do in general. I just want to have fun, talk to you guys. That's pretty much it. So yeah, guys, hope you guys have a good one.